What's good, everybody? I hope you're alright. I'm okay. So, this is my second time on this platform in this manner. Honestly, the feedback I received from my first video was overwhelming, touching, really. Bless you, everybody who supported the boy. I was really encouraged. Honestly, I love your blessings, like, really, just blessings. And in making this video, I'd like to say up front that I don't intend for it to be the last time I'm here in this manner. Well, I intend to I might always be here, but as best as I can, I plan to be here. Why? Because I believe for a fact that there exist in society many problems, many vices that make life unbearable. There's many people who advocate against different things, many people who have taken ranks in fighting so many different ills in society, and really their work is admirable. I acknowledge that. That's a fact. I go a further step and I'm of the opinion that many inconsistencies, many blemishes, many problems in society are the result of negligence in small matters. The very foundation was shaky. I believe that. I really believe that. And everything that takes place in society has its place in conversation. The time will come when you will talk about them. But today, I want to talk about speech, the impact of words. Many households have been broken, many marriages burnt to the ground, many friendships, things of the past now, because of the words that people exchange to each other. Many didn't mean them, some unfortunately did. But really, whether you meant it or not, negligence in speech is a problem. It can be a problem. How far does it go? We have cases of suicide. The number of suicide attempts, just attempts, as a result of bullying, mockery, being told all these negative things, verbal abuse as a whole, is really alarming. Even more alarming and honestly more painful is the number of suicides that have actually succeeded. People who have died because for so long they heard so many negative things about themselves that honestly they didn't feel it necessary to go on. One such story is of a kid, Mother's Day. He's writing to his mom and says, "Hi mom, I love you so much. Happy Mother's Day. For many years you've told me that I brought you nothing but grief, and I'm sorry. I really wanted to bring you nothing but joy, but I failed. So this Mother's Day, my gift to you is that hopefully you will get the joy that you so really deserve through my absence." Kid is basically saying, I'm going to kill myself so that you can finally be happy. I can't begin to imagine what that kid was told, but for a kid to be told that and it got to him that bad, it really shows a problem. The story unfortunately ends with that kid taking his life, his mother devastated. Honestly speaking, I would never wish that on anybody. If we could see in panoramic view the effects of the words we have told people, we would repent to the core. We would honestly be sorry. We would regret so bad. But the thing is, we say these things and we forget. Okay, we forget. Many of these are said in jokes, just random comments. But really, if you could ask the people who you tell these things to, if they still remember them, if they affected them, you'll be sad to know that they did. The words that we've said to people, the words that we've been told, in as much as we'd like to say that they didn't affect us, affected us more than we can put to words. Our characters are as a result of things that we've been told, things that we've heard. Our insecurities, our deepest and darkest insecurities, are as a result of the things that were taught to us. Of course, there's other things involved, but primarily, it's the thing that we've been told. One of the things that I personally regret, my biggest regret, the thing that I could go back in time for, involved negligence in speech, carelessness in words. And I don't know if he follows my socials, I don't know if he pays attention to what I do on here, but this story involves my older brother. Yeah, so if at all he does see it, at least he should know I still honestly regret all this time. And he's never brought it up again. He forgave. He's really just been an amazing brother, like all big brothers should. But the story, one, is a story that is from way back when. So many years have passed, but I've never forgotten it. And if I remember, the fact is he does, and I wish he didn't, but he probably does. So what happened was, my brother, my cousin, and my uncle go out, and like many of you have experienced, when people go out, somebody should stay up to like open for them, whatever, especially if they don't have like their own set of keys, because anything could happen, the keys could drop or whatever, anything could happen. So I stayed up. I was asked to stay up, and I stayed up, as per custom, and I was watching something on TV. They got back, knocked, I opened, and I went back and sat. So this guy eating. The light was off in the sitting room, but we're using like the light from the TV. And I can only understand this now because I'm older and I'm able to process everything that went down. But back then it made no sense. I was just furious, and I was validated in my fury, But what happened was, they come back and they're trying to eat, and these are people who wear glasses. Again, I can only process this now, but people with terrible eyesight, and I have bad eyesight, but they have worse. And so the light from the TV wasn't really doing them good. They're failing to eat. And so my older brother comes at me, he gets the remote, turns off the TV, and I just lost it. Honestly, I don't know why, but I regret it so bad. I stormed off, I got to the bedroom, and I don't know what I mumbled as I was leaving, but he came to explain, look, big man, there's really no need to be upset. You can go back when we're done eating. And so he's trying to explain that, look, the light was bad, he tried to explain. I wasn't processing it now. But I snapped at him, and I told him words. And after I said that, I saw in his eyes, his spirit crushed. It didn't take minutes, it was there and then. The moment I said those words, his spirit crushed. What did I say? I told him something like, no, you don't set a good example. I don't know where these things came from. I really didn't mean it. But honestly, there's no excuse. The words hurt him, and probably still do. I told him, you don't really set a good example. You're really just an older brother by title. And I saw it. His face changed. I have seen him emotional, but I have never seen him that lifeless. I regret. And I feel like it's a blessing to actually remember that, because many people say things that they forget. Effect is there, impact is there, but they forget. And so I told these words to my brother, and it broke him. He was broken, and I apologize to date. I'm still sorry. If I know he sees this, I am so sorry. Maybe there's things that he's told me as well, things that he's done, and he probably regrets. But honestly speaking, I don't really remember them. So Mpeto, when you see this, if you see this, I don't remember. We're cool. We're totally cool. But really, the point is, if you could have a flashback, and you could see through that person's eyes just how bad the words that you say to them were, you would regret. Many people have come to me. I asked my contacts to share a few things that they've been told over the years that they found hurtful, that they found rude. And some of the responses I got were from somebody skinny. A girl, you need some meat. What will your man hold? Will you ever get a man? A guy, you need to build. How can you call yourself a man looking like that? People chubby. You're so fat. Don't you feel awkward? You could take some slimming tea. It could do you some good. Somebody was told, you have such a huge forehead. Somebody, short people, have been told, just too short, eh? We ever grow? Jokingly, somebody was told, I don't take advice from short people. And all these things, you could see yourself being told this or saying this to somebody. There's a lot. We could talk about this for days on end. There's a lot of things that we've been told and that we tell people that they will never forget. Honestly speaking, we are all too free with our words, as if they should matter only for that moment wherein they are said. But really, they exist for time after they are spoken. Some people have experienced this. You can be good to somebody, good, just great, everything is great. But the one time that you falter, that you snap at them, everything good can be erased, and they'll only know the bad. Bad words hurt. They really hurt. It's so painful to think of. It's so painful to speak of, because I have been a victim. I have been a perpetrator. I know you have been too. Many people are insecure about their bodies because of the things that they've been told. You're too fat. You're too dark. You're stupid. You're worthless. You're pathetic. Actually, research has shown that these are some of the most hurtful things that are told to people more than 5 times in their lifetime. This lifetime between 0 and 18. That's how bad it is. Of course, for some people, even just 0 to 5, you'll be told these things. You are dumb. You're stupid. You're worthless. You're a failure. These things, the most frequently used abusive words. And honestly speaking, if you've told somebody these things and you remember, go apologize. Really, just go apologize. Because you never know just how broken somebody is because of your lapse in judgment. You know, when you just made a mistake, when for a moment you didn't pay attention and you just snapped, somebody could be scarred for life. That's a sad reality, honestly, but it exists and it really shouldn't. Hold on, I apologize for that. The noise was too close by for me just to speak over. But anyway, let's make a rush to a conclusion. So words hurt. On behalf of everybody who has been told something hurtful and years have passed and they're still really just fighting the demons in their own time, I'm sorry. To everybody who I have hurt in whatever way, through the words I've said, things I've done, which I've probably forgotten, but which you've never forgotten, I am sorry. If you really could just hit me up about them, I could apologize like straight up. But if you can't, just know I am sorry. Honestly speaking, we should be very sorry for the things that we say and the things that we do. But in as much as words hurt, words can bless. Words can heal. Many people are doing stuff with their life, and honestly, if you could take the time to just reach out to somebody and tell them, I see you, I'm proud of you, I love you, keep going, you could brighten somebody's day when they're right on the brink of giving up. That could go a long way. Honestly speaking, you could never begin to fathom just how great an impact you can make on somebody. But today, really all that you're guaranteed is today. Make every day a determined day. A day when you tell yourself, I'm going to be better. I've heard people in the past and I cannot go back and rectify that. But while I can, let me make a change and be the change. Be the best version of yourself today and get it done. Honestly, this was just to start a conversation in your mind. We can never really reach a conclusion. But I hope somehow, some way, you will make a change. You will be a change.